Hey folks, welcome back to my Enigmarch series, and this is day two color. So we're going to be writing a puzzle based around the prompt color. If you haven't seen the previous one, I mean, I'm writing a puzzle about the word color. You can see the previous one where I wrote a puzzle about the word season. Okay, so let's make a day two color option page here. Okay, so color is tricky when writing puzzle hunts because colorblind people exist and are fairly common. So you want to write a puzzle that is about color that people who are colorblind can solve. And so that means that I want something that is not dependent on you identifying colors by sight. In addition, I'm writing this in a PDF, right? Like this is going to turn into a PDF, much like my season one. Um, so solvers aren't going to be able to inspect HTML uh, or yeah, I'm not gonna be able to inspect HTML to get canonical colors of things. So I'm thinking like the puzzle that comes to mind um, is this puzzle that I've talked about in the past. Is in the ministry. Um, held in the purple crayon. So like this puzzle looks like it's about colors, but ostensibly it's actually about like some very specific Crayola crayons, right? What this puzzle is about. If you haven't solved it, I'm not going to look at the answers, but like this is about a very specific type of Crayola crayons, and if you haven't solved it, it's got a beautiful end step that you should check out. But uh, yeah, so this is something of like what I'm thinking about. The other way that this could go, if I'm looking at like previous puzzles for inspiration on, like things that I think do a good job with color. I think it's in this year. Number two pencil. Here it is. So this puzzle is this word search is all about like finding these things, and they are each yellow or blue. And if you look at the solution, there are oh, it doesn't have the thing here, but I'm sure you could solve this word search. If you color the yellow things yellow, the blue things blue, you're gonna get some things that are green, and you read off the green things. So talking about color mixing would be another possibility. Something simple like this uses color, but it's like 100% solvable for people who are colorblind. I could talk about the Magic the Gathering color pie. Um, yeah, I could talk about I could talk about the color pie. I could talk about um yeah, Magic the Gathering colors. I want to try to avoid a lot of like dipping into a lot of my like specialized interests, however. Um isn't there like a specific like a well I often go to is like CSS defined colors, right? Like CSS named colors had yeah. Oh, does it have the list on here? This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so like this is a this as a um, predefined list would be interesting. Although, again, we're doing this in a PDF. We're not doing it in a web page. Like if I was in a web page, I'd be more likely to jump towards these because then I could do interesting things with it. But like in a PDF, like me just using bisque as a color, like there's nothing particularly special about that. Crayola crayons also get um, a well that gets dumped into um, uh, things that are like important with colors. Like you have uh, flags, right? So, oh, you have okay. Olympic rings, right? So you have these Olympic rings, and what if you could use them as like 5-digit binary? Could you get every? Because like the whole point of the Olympic rings is that every national flag has at least one of these colors, if not more. So now I'm curious: can you get in that order blue, yellow, black, green, red? Could you get flags that fit? Let's make a table. Let's see if we can get a full alphabet out of this. Uh, oh, okay. I do bin to deck A1Z26. This. And then I what? Oh, des to bin. Sorry. Oh, and good. We could have significant digits. So 5. Great. Okay. So then we can do this as equals if index into this comma 1 uh does that work? Oh, text. Does that work? Okay. So now I'm going to copy this into here. And now we just need to change. Oh no, that doesn't work. I need to keep the 2 the same. The B is going to change, but the 2 is not. All right, so now I could say digit 2. Oh, and also this is backwards. Oh, it's still causing the problem. Okay. Should get rid of this dollar sign. I'm messing up the dollar signs. Okay. No, why is it giving... Oh, because it wants the text version of 0. Okay. Okay, so now this is going to give me the possibilities for every thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use conditional formatting is equal to true. Done. Great. Okay, so this will let me see this stuff easy. I can now do this. All right. All right, let's take a look at list of country flags. Let's see if we can... All right. Afghanistan is red and green. Oh, and black. Red, green, and black. Red and black is Albania. Algeria is red, green, and white, so that would just be red and green. Andorra has got blue, yellow, and red. That is one. Angola is yellow, red, and black. Yellow, black, red, Angola. Antigua and Barbuda has everything but green, which isn't going to be a color. Yeah. If something has blue, yellow, and black in it, I can't use it. Blue and yellow is fine. That is Argentina. Blue, red, and orange, so no. Australia is red and blue. I suspect that I'm not going to be using Australia that much. Australia has black, yellow, and red. I'm gonna put a question mark there because there's like multiple colors and people may not do that one properly. Blue, red, and green is Azerbaijan. Is not necessary because that would be one higher than what we need. The Bahamas is blue, yellow, black. We said blue and black is unnecessary. Just red is Bahrain. Beautiful. A is a likely color. Green and red is Bangladesh. This is blue and black, so not necessary. Red and green is Belarus. 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 Okay. Belgium, black, yellow, and red is another one. Okay. Belize. Blue, red, and green is one that we don't need. Green, yellow, and red is another one. Benin. Bhutan looks like just yellow because there's no white, there's no orange. So that's nice. That's a new one. Red, yellow, green is another one of these long ones. We could have so many different M's. Bolivia. What is that? Oh, that's cool. Um, I'm gonna put a question mark on Bolivia then because I think there is the off chance that somebody gets confused by this, and with so many other options, we might as well avoid it. But this is a cool flag. I got to keep this one in mind. That's a cool flag. Bosnia Herzegovina is blue yellow only. Wait, I'm gonna put this over here so I can just click on the last one. Yeah, blue yellow only. This would be an A for now. Botswana is blue and black. We said, actually, if it's just blue and black, that's fine. It's blue, yellow, and black. That's the problem. Uh, Green, yellow, and blue. Yeah, green, yellow, blue. Okay, that was Brazil. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm liking this so far. I mean, I'm only in B's and we've got some decent stuff here. Um Yellow, black and red. That continues to be, yeah, Brunei. Okay. Green and red Bulgaria. Red, green, and yellow. Burkina Faso. Okay, not. I mean, what would really be nice is getting the vowels. Vowels that I'm missing. O would be a nice letter to have. Burundi is red and green. All right. Sorry that this is going to be like a moment of me going through every single one of these countries. I guess let's take a second. I also don't need to do all of these. Let me just see, like, can we get one that's just green and nothing else that's on the list? Let's just see, because I guess what I'm trying to do right now is I like this concept as a puzzle. So the question is going to be, what letters can I not get? And that's going to be much faster than doing all of this. So can I get green without any of the other four colors? Now, it used to be there was an all green flag, and that was a fun. Ooh, yes, Ireland. Okay. All right, can we get just black with none of the other colors? I'm just going to keep going down and then see where we're at. No, no, no. That's black and red, obviously, and yellow. The nice thing is that this is going to say things like this. Um, uh, like, because all of these flags are described somewhere, someone who's colorblind can look at the descriptions. South Africa has everything. That's cool. South Korea, no, no. No. Oh, thanks. Okay. That was weird. All right. Back up to the top until we get to Ireland to see. Oh, I did. I missed this. Okay, maybe I don't use Afghanistan either. Oh, obviously I could skip over a couple of those. Yeah, it's close, but no. Okay, so I believe that there are nothing with just black, which is interesting that it's on here then. But I'm guessing that's a side effect of changing flags. Yeah, that's actually very wild that there isn't any. That's actually really wild. Okay, well, with letter D. All right, black and green, but none of the others. We'll start. Yeah. All right, black and green. Any others I can be looking for this like this? No, because then we're gonna move on to yellow. Okay. Black and green, but none of the others. Nope, not Iraq. Jordan. See, black, green, and red seems to be a very prominent combination, which makes sense. Um, the problem is that it makes it harder searching for the other letters on here. Okay. Black and green, black and green. Does just black and green exist? If it does, I do not see it. Okay. It's helpful. Okay. All right. How about I is yellow and red, but none of the others. Yellow and red, but none of the others. Sure, China. Okay. So this does exist. Yellow and green, but none of the others. That's going to be a fun one to try to find. Yellow and green. No. Gabon. Although yellow, green, and blue we have on there. Okay, cool. I was like, I'll mark that down while I'm thinking about it. Yellow and green, but none of the other three. Nope. Jamaica has it on black. Although yellow, green, and black was also Burkina Faso. Okay. I guess I'm also going to look for yellow and black without green while I'm doing this. Yellow, green, and red. Yellow, green, and red. Yellow, green, and red. Yellow, green, red, and blue. Yellow, green, and red. And Nigeria is just green as well. I mean, it's green and white, so it's not the all green that we previously had. But sorry, what am I searching for? I'm searching for yellow and green. Ooh, yellow, blue. Oh, no, I have that. Okay. Yellow and green. Okay. I think I'm okay with saying Sri Lanka is just yellow green without the others. All right, yellow black is probably more important though, given that it is an L. Yellow and black without any of the other colors. I was looking for it a little bit and then I stopped. I should go back. I'm like scrolling back and looking for it. There's a lot of these red and yellow ones. What is red and yellow? I. Okay, we have a lot of options for I. I'm looking for yellow and black right now. So I'm looking for yellow and black. Damn it, Egypt. You were so close, and then you had this red on the top. Uh, no. Okay. Yellow, black, and green should be easier to find something for. Yellow, black, and green. Ghana doesn't count. Although, do I have yellow, black, green, and red? Yeah, no, that's just Ghana. That's good. That's an O. But I would like yellow, black, and green with no red. Guinea-Bissau also fits. Guyana also fits. Like, there's a bunch of them. Okay. Yellow, black, and green is Jamaica. Great. Okay. All right. Blue without any of those other colors. Israel. Okay. Blue with green. But none of the others. We'll start up here. Okay. Blue, green, and blue, green, red will do. Blue, green, red. Oh, blue, black. Do we have that yet? Yeah, Botswana. Okay, cool. Blue, green, red. Yeah, okay. Blue. Oh, it's blue, green, black. Although blue, green, black is Lesotho. Okay. Blue, green, red. I wasn't really checking up there. Okay. Blue, green, red. It's blue, green, red, yellow. No. It's another blue, red, another blue, red, another blue, red. So many. Oh, yeah, I really don't want to go into that much detail on these. I don't have to. There's so many blue reds and it's Q. Blue, green, yellow. Blue, green, yellow again. Actually, do I have blue, red, black? Blue, black. South Korea. That's actually really good. Blue, green, red, black. That's another one on here. South Sudan. Come on. We're so close. Uzbekistan. Yeah. There's one of them. So now it's just blue green with none of the other stuff. And we're running very quickly out of space. Okay. So it looks like blue green without any of the others doesn't exist. Okay, so now where we're at this point, we've gathered our data. And so we can't use the letters D, F, L, or R if we're going to do this. So I think the way this is going to work is that we're going to have a pair of we're going to have a pair of uh clues. It's just going to be two clues on this one. And it'll be like a series of countries listing down, a series of countries listing down, and then these countries are going to spell out the clues for the crossword clue. So what I want are like 2 or 3 word clues I could do. Um, yeah, so now I'm just looking at this. I'm actually going to do a favor to myself right now. We're going to take 20. Okay. All right. That way I can see everything at once. And then I need some more spacers. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think of like various like what's rolling in my head right now is various different clues, and like the letters I can't use D F L and R are like not forward, down, left, right. Are not uncommon letters. So um So could I do like... So in case you missed it, I see YMI. Like something around catch up. But it'd be like abbreviation 4, and I can't use an F. Mm, let's look at lapses. Concentration would be great, but I can't use the letter N. Uh, intermission, interlude, I can't use. Lull, can't use. Passage. No. Yeet wants the word slang in it. Tot wants the word tater in it. Clue. IPA wants the word beer in the clue. Or it could be referring to the international phonetic alphabet. That it's like symbols for sounds or something like that, but that still has an L in it and an N. Dam wants something with water. Let's find Bane. Like Batman, we can't do because we have an N. Hardship has an R, so no. Burden would be another good one. Affliction, no, F is bad. Yeah, it turns out that not being able to do for the like this R and the oh wait, I could do an L. I keep thinking I can't do N. I could do L. Or I can't do L. I could do N. Wait, then back up. What were the It's D, F, L, and R are my problems. No, I can't. Again, I want, in case you missed it, to be abbreviation for catching up. You, abbreviation used when catching up is still a lot. I mean, it's like, oh, but the D is the problem. So I can't even do used when. Um, no, not grocery store. Anti. No. This is a problem. This is getting to be a problem. If I can't come up with any clues for these, you would think I could come up with at least like 2 clues that don't use an R. Um, Typography. Yeah, this is not. All right, maybe the like non-existence. What was R? R was the blue and green, and that didn't seem to. That might kill this. I'm having that much trouble writing. Yeah. Okay. So starting from like here, blue and green with no other colors. Wait, Sierra Leone. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right, I can use the letter R. That's great. Okay, so now I can go back to this. Missing L and D are still going to be problems. F is going to cause its own problems as well. But like, I get the letter R. That's important. Um, for IPA, isn't it like? Yeah, yeah. This doesn't give me the direction I want. Oh, interesting. Like hoppy brew. Was, that was like along the lines of. Oh, what if it was? Oh, but I can't use the letter L. Oh, that would have been so good. To be able to say, oh yeah, well, India. We could just put the flag of India there. Oh. Okay, actually, are there any others? Alps. Because we can use the word mountains. This suddenly got much more. Okay. So if we do this, if we say like mountain range and then like some countries, like so here's the problem. Like, how do we present this, right? So let's take a second. Like, Alps is almost certainly happening at this point. Like, because we can do mo some form of right. That is viable, and then we need something to indicate which mountain range it is. So are we? If we're gonna have some be countries and some be name and some refer to the flags, like the initial thought was going to be to present these as countries, and then you have to go find the flag and then find out what the binary is. If we're going to use countries as part of it, I mean, maybe we can present the flags for those. So we could have like, so maybe what the picture looks like is something like, I just need to draw something really quickly. So, like, the way that this is presented is you have a flagpole. Like, this is a long, like, flagpole with a bunch of flags on it. And, like, at the beginning, like, this is the Italian flag. And then, sure, the Switzerland flag, and, like two or three other ones of the Alps. And then this is, like, our M is Benin. And this just says Benin on it. And O is Ghana, and U is South Korea, and that's the way this puzzle looks. Okay, let's see if we can get another clue that has the country listed like that. Unfortunately, IPA doesn't work. Otherwise, it'd be real good. Emir. What? Where is Alps? Can I get something from this side? Probably not. What was Brea? Okay. Oh, Catalan. Okay, great. Oh, tar pits. Oh, so yeah. Unfortunately, though, I just want BREA. I don't think it works for this puzzle one that we're doing because what I want to do is like La Blanc tar pits in, and then the California flag. or the Los Angeles flag, but uh like I would need to include this L, which I can't do. Otherwise that'd be really good. Okay. Um Dane could be like Denmark citizen, right? Because if like Demonym Dane, yeah. And so we can do that. We can do okay. So we could have like Swiss or Switzerland mountain range and Denmark citizen. Oh, I really like that. I think we're there. I think we're there. I think this is it. Okay, cool. So let's figure out what countries are going where. I mean, this Z is going to be Brazil. Definitely. We have three eyes. Eyes are yellow and oh red. That was going to be easy. We'll do China is this one. Let's see what other yellow red stuff it gets. Spain. Yeah. There's another one. See if we can get a different one for each one of these. Just yellow and red. Vietnam. Beautiful. Okay. We have one C that we need. That's just green and red. Um, oh, Italy. That's gonna be one that a lot of people know. I do want to have like other stuff in here. But we'll deal with that. R, we only have one R, so it's good. We have our one R in Sierra Leone. U being South Korea. All right, I's are the. We just did all the I's. T being Botswana, blue and black. Estonia could also work. Sorry, blue and black was T. Great, that's two of them. We have two E's. Our E is black and red, but with none of the others, which will actually be interesting. Go back up to yeah here. All right, so what did I just say? Black and red. E is black and red. Yeah, with none of the others. Egypt being so close. So I need black and red, but with none of the others. Iraq also very close, but no cigar there. Again, we have the black, red, green thing coming up here. I don't want to say problem because it's only a problem in my niche set of circumstances. It's not actually a problem with the flags. It's a problem with how I wanted to write this puzzle. Black and red, Trinidad and Tobago. All right. Did I spell that correctly? Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, great. And my other black red one was Albania. Great. We have two A's that we need, which is red and none of the others. So we're going to do Bahrain and Canada. We have one O. Ghana is fine there. Our N, Jamaica. This is black, yellow, green. Yeah. We might have, that might be the one that we have to duplicate. We'll see. Black, yellow, green. So close. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm not happy about it, but it's fine. Did I spell Jamaica correctly? Yes, okay. And we have G and M left to go. Afghanistan, I was considering switching up, but there's like 5 million black, green, and red ones. So the good old, oh, I have 5 million tabs open. Sure, Kenya. Kenya's great. Oh, wait. Black, green, and red is G, not M. M had like a million of them. We'll do Benin. I haven't done, I want to make sure to have like, I mean, so here's the thing. This is the awkward bit, but should mention, right? Is that the people who are solving this are going to know European and Asian flags more than they know African flags because as a society we tend to ignore Africa. um, and like I don't like it, but that's a true thing about us. Um, and so you have to recognize that like some of these, like I expect people to recognize China immediately. I expect people to recognize Jamaica and Canada, or at least well, not recognize because we're not recognizing things. We are for those we are given the country name and have to turn it into the flag. um but they're going to know those more. So it's it's this awkward, just stop and mentioning this for a moment. It's this awkward like back and forth you have about how much do you want to trigger already pulled in knowledge and how much do you want to make people look stuff up slash learn new things, right? And it's true that unfortunately puzzles about Africa are going to be harder because they are about Africa when you're presenting to a audience that is mostly white people who don't learn about Africa that much. Um, so that's why I'm like, I have some. Oh, I'm missing an N here. That it has to be Jamaica. That's right. Um, so it's tricky. And I'm expecting that teams are gonna have to look up a bunch of these. Like I don't expect teams to know the flag of Kenya looks like. And it's I think a good I think I have a good mix here of ones that they'll know off the top of their head and ones that they won't. And the nice thing is that for ones that they know, giving them those means they can start formulating theories. So when they go look up the ones they don't know, they can start applying those theories. All right, let's put this together. All right. All right, so how I imagine this looks is going to look like a flagpole, and a flagpole is nice because I can just do like that. And our fill is going to be gray, and our outline is going to be, and no, we'll just keep the outline the same. No outline. There we go. Ta-da! A flagpole. Okay. We're gonna group these together. Great, a flagpole, and then we put this over here. Then we copy, paste, and we move it over here, and we have our second flagpole. Cool. Okay. And then we need to go get our flags. All right. So the two that we need the actual ones for, Switzerland and Denmark. I Yeah, this is. I was gonna say flags are public domain. Like, there's no reason why. Like, I do want to be very careful about crediting all my picture sources, but there's no reason why I actually have to credit a flag, a country flag. Uh, all right. That's not what I wanted it to line up to. That's what I wanted it to line up to. Okay. So now, okay. So now we have Switzerland, we have Denmark, and now we can do like inserting. Okay. Uh, how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so we need to fit like 13. So we're going to do this. Um, all right, and so this, I'm going to spend a little bit of time making this look good before copying and pasting it 13 times. So I want this to be like centered like that, although I'm about to make it bigger. All right. What have we got if we have 13 of these? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. just gonna do a bunch of these. Do 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 do. Oh, this is over too far. Great. They're all complaining that they can't see the text, but they will be able to. I just realized South Korea is not the longest one. I've got Trinidad and Tobago I've got to do. But we'll make that work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let this go down for a bit. Do 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 boop boop boop. Do, 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 do. Oh no, that one's just too far over. Okay, we can start dragging some of these down now. I'm sure there's a more professional way to do this to make everything line up the way I want it to, but we're doing it this way. Okay, so this is clearly going to fit. So that's good. Okay. That's good. We can move all of these up a smidge. Okay. Great. I wonder what happens if I... Okay, I can make them all longer. Great. Okay, and then we're going to copy and paste this over on the other one. It won't need as many, but it will at least. Okay. Great, so now we just got to copy these over. This is Benin, Ghana. That next one's actually South Korea, then Jamaica, Estonia, Bahrain, China, Jamaica, nope, Sierra Leone, Canada, Jamaica. Oh, I need one more. Okay. Kenya, and then Trinidad and Tobago. All right, and then this is Italy, Vietnam, Botswana, Spain, Brazil, Albania, Jamaica. Okay. All right. So now what's left is we need to clue what's going on with the Olympic rings and the Olympic rings and then the binary. Now I think I just want to put the Olympic rings right here. I think I want to make it very obvious that there. And then we need to clue binary somehow. And I think seeing everyone's flags at the Olympics really makes you cry a bit. I guess we'll drop the really. I don't need really. I tend to put really in way too much. Makes you cry a bit. This is not hard. Um, I think that if I were writing this for a harder set of people, I wouldn't even necessarily need to feel the point of cluing binary. But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. If with newer people, I kind of want to do that. So now we just need Olympic rings again. Thank you. This is Wikimedia, so again, I don't see any reason like it's actually. Let's just check before I. But I have to imagine this is like public domain. Yeah, work is in public domain. Okay, great. All right. I think we have a puzzle. Yeah, I like it. Um, and this is definitely like I would not have seen doing this. I mean, I didn't see doing this at the beginning of the puzzle, but the puzzle like came up nicely. There was definitely a like the India Pale Ale was so cool, but we just had to kill it because we didn't have the letters for it. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, this was super fun. And my hope is that like even if you are colorblind, like the only thing that I think that if you are colorblind you need help with is maybe identifying this flag. And uh and with that, even if you had just citizen, the ways going to come together in the final thing, like you're going to be able to make some educated guesses about what's going on here. So I think this is good. I think this is yeah. Again, this is a first draft. This I would not publish this right away. I want to give it to a test solver first before I published it. Um, so there may still be errors, but that's what first drafts are for. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. If you enjoyed watching this, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Um, you can check out the other stuff that I'm doing on my channel. I drop regular videos every Wednesday along with all this Enigmarch stuff. And see you next time.